Greetings, programs. Hello, hello. Hi, chat. How are you? Hey, Kev. What's going on?
Hello, hello.
How's your morning? A little bit later today. Sorry about that. Had a session with the therapist. Went well.
Good to hear.
Yeah, we talked about anger. Anger was our big topic. Yeah, because I'm angry all the time.
Is that what makes you such a jolly
That is,
person?
yeah. That's my secret,
People
Cap.
like
I'm always angry.
the duality of man.
That's right. Yeah. How's your morning going?
Not too shabby. Felt like with the extra 30 minutes, I thought I'd be more prepared, but today I'm less. So there's that. I did
Mm,
get my French press in though.
nice. Ooh, what kind of coffee did you make?
Today is the Mr. Colombino coffee that a buddy of mine is out there making with a business
Mm.
partner from Colombia.
Are you offline?
Delicious. No?
Let's see your stream
Am
up.
I?
Yeah, it says you're offline.
Oh, I hit start recording. Let me,
Well,
how about a stream instead of record?
yeah, let's do it.
Hey, now I'm live.
Now you're live. Greetings, program.
Again, as much as I thought I was prepared, I'm less today.
That's all good. That's what happens. That's how it goes.
I
Uh,
work better under pressure.
yeah. Tomorrow we'll be back to our regular time, regularly scheduled program. So uh,
Yes.
that'll be good. That'll be good. I am
Also,
drinking an espresso. We've made a little bit of a swap today. I have
mm,
it's Odacchio. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but that's what I'm
mm.
drinking.
I can't wait till we are sipping on the same coffee, either coincidentally or
Or
purposely,
intentionally, yeah.
accidentally. Yeah,
It'll be good
who knows?
times.
We'll see how it works.
Yeah, cool.
Well,
Uh,
glad you had a good morning session.
yeah,
I'm sure that kind of puts your mindset in a different rhythm as you go throughout the day.
yeah. It's weird because so today wasn't so bad. When we talk about the things that like really bother me, leaving the sessions is always harder because it's like you spend that hour just emotionally raw and open, and then you walk away from it and you're like, I have to go function now and be a person. Um, Today we were talking about anger, what makes me angry. It's people. It's always just
Mm.
people. um,
It's
yeah, I talked about
situations.
yeah situations, people making mistakes, people doing what's wrong or actively doing things that hurt others. I explained to him my actually this is a question I have for you. What is your ideal society? Because for me,
Mm.
it's bees,
Okay.
ants, the Zerg, the Borg, the Myconids from Ender's Game, the bugs from Starship Troopers. I really like a hive mind.
Oh man.
Every member of the society has a job that they do fully to their best ability, and it's all for the betterment of the colony. That to me
Yeah.
is perfect. Now, you give up some stuff: freedom of expression, free will, the art to make something beautiful on your own. But I would argue that you also give up sadness, despair, strife, anxiety, because everybody has their job. So you always know what you're doing. And if you're a bad bee, if there's a bee who's not doing the job, the rest of the bees sting them to death and feed them to the larva. So it's
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, bees for me. What about you? What's your ideal society? What's utopia?
Maybe it's more like
Less
back onto
bees.
our mythology and or our animal. It's like maybe it's squirrels or dragons. Like are dragons loners,
No,
but they
yeah.
still can work in pairs? Like I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know if I've thought about this one. This is a good one.
Isn't this a good question? Yeah.
A real good one.
Here's my
Come
issue with
come back to me
dragons,
tomorrow.
because we have dragons in real life. Billionaires are dragons. They hoard wealth. They are essentially on their own. People revere them, fear them. They're sort of mythological in their own right. Do they actually make the world better? Some, maybe. I think if we ate just one, the rest would fall in line, but that's another topic.
So bees and cannibalism.
Yeah. That's where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at. Yeah.
It's
Yeah, let me
just
know tomorrow. Noodle that for a bit. Let that bounce around there and see what you think about what an ideal society for Kev would be.
nice. We'll put this in the tune back in segment tomorrow.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, nice. Well, yeah. Now you got me thinking. I'm gonna actually gonna poll the audience today to see who else has this ideal society built in their mind. I feel like you came at this more prepared than me, or more prepared than most. I think sometimes I'm just going through the motions, thinking I'm doing my best, and that's what my society is. But I know that's not everyone's reality. I don't know.
Yeah. My therapist said his like ideal is fairness. He's like, I just want a society where everybody is fair. Everything is
Hmm.
fair for everyone. And I said, that's great. Who decides what's fair?
Hmm.
And he was like, oh, that's a real problem. I'm like, it is. You know who it's not a problem for? Bees.
Days, because they all right. It's like
Yeah.
wow. I'm gonna kind of watch some bee documentaries for Valentine's Day.
Yeah, man. That's right. That's where it's at. Buzz buzz. Love the bees.
Actually, my wife and I are doing one challenge a month, so no TV is February. Yeah, we're reading,
Really?
doing other entertaining things. Um, trying to lay off the digital streams.
I love that. So you're halfway through the month. No
Hmm.
TV. So none at all. You don't watch movies. You don't watch TV shows. The screens are just black.
Screens are black. We listen to music. I am allowed to listen to podcasts
Mm-hmm.
and audiobooks, so
Mm-hmm.
there is some digital entertainment there. But
Okay.
yeah, no, no shows,
What about
no
Twitch
TV
streams and
scrolling.
YouTube videos? Can you watch those?
So the Twitch streams weren't really included in the
Because
clause,
it's part of
nor were
work. It's
events.
for work.
Exactly. But the YouTube I have cut back because I don't want to use that as the outlet. So I've treated some of the ones that I've watched, like yours, for
Mm-hmm.
example. I just kind of did a listen through uh, audio only, right?
Yep.
Instead of worrying about the whole video. And, you know,
Check out the March shows. They're better shows anyway.
okay.
I'm kidding. All of the guests are great. Yikes.
All of a sudden, Corey's in here. You
Yeah.
told me you loved me.
Yeah. You said I was wonderful.
Man.
That's
Well,
a great challenge. I like that monthly challenge. So Anjali did dry January, and I did it as well with her. Very easy for me because I don't drink, so
mm,
it's almost like giving up nothing at all. Um, she went through the month no drinking, so I'm gonna pitch this because we do watch TV. We tried implementing no television before 9 p.m. so that we're not spending long periods of time sitting in the sofa in the same room watching TV. It's also hard for her to be in that room because Shadow's dog bed is in there, so there's just like a lot of dog dander and stuff in the air, which is hard on her lungs. Um, and so I'm gonna pitch a no TV month, maybe March for us. See
go
what she
for it.
thinks. I'm gonna have to look ahead and see if there's any good shows coming out in March though, because that no, I don't
You
want to do
can
that.
always catch him. You can always catch him
That's
again
right.
because
That's
right
right.
now it's right in the middle of True Detective, the new season, and we were on the edge of our seat every episode. So that was the one thing. Like, all right, we can wait until March. It's not going away.
Love that.
Plus, we'll probably like binge them over a weekend, and
Yeah.
then
Did you not see that they pulled True Detective from the air and they're deleting all episodes online? It's
oh my
no, can you imagine?
god, surely there's somebody with a torrent.
Yeah, definitely. I like that. That's a cool challenge. Let me know how that goes. Let me know if you break. I'm curious to see. What are you reading in place of it? You're reading books now.
So, I've been deep into the Warhammer lore,
Mm-hmm.
and that's been some of the audiobooks that I've been listening to. And then I have a couple other business kind of self-help types of books that I'll just pick up and read 10 pages here or there. She's been reading Fourth Wing, which is a new fantasy, not new, it's a fantasy novel for women. It's kind of a romantic novel, I think. I
Okay.
don't know. It hasn't gotten too spicy yet, she says. Um, but it's got dragons in it, so
Ooh.
it already qualifies as over 80% likelihood that I would be entertained by it.
Right.
Um, and I was able to guess an upcoming magic encounter that she had no idea of just by my own idiotic knowledge of potentially where dragon lore could go. So I called it.
Really?
I'm not no spoilers, but I called it. I was like, babe, she's like, they're about to release the dragons and be assigned. I was like, I bet there's one of these types. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, what? It's like, I bet there is. There's got to be. And then sure enough, I came back in. She's like, oh my God, there was. How did you know? It's like,
I'm a
listen,
dragon expert. That's what I do.
I'm good at fantasy building
Yeah.
worlds, I guess.
I'm good at dragons. You ever think about writing a book, writing a novel yourself?
I have. I think for me anyway, I get too caught up in the the idea of it is fun, and
Hmm.
then as I start to put pen to paper, it just doesn't seem long enough, and then I kind of fall flat. So I've thought actually about shifting to short stories. I have a
Hmm.
concept that I'm working on that I have a few notes around. I'd love to kick it your way one day and get some input, but it's based off the fact that all the stories we tell are actually a true story that we learned from somewhere. And so even the fake
Mm.
stories were true at once, and it's about discovering that the memory of the true world or something. Like I'm not quite sure where it goes, but
Yeah.
yeah,
I
because
like
then
that.
you can like take mythology and bring it to current, or you could take a rumor and bring it to reality. Like why do we all of a sudden know or believe something, or when you speak words, it's the
Yeah.
story becomes real. Essentially, is kind of the
That
the element that I'm going
that
for.
tracks too, because like across history, different parts of the planet tell very similar stories. So it's like, did this actually happen somewhere? And it's like, back in Pangea times, and the world was all together. And yeah, I dig that. Yeah, like the myth is based in reality. In fact, dude, those would be some good
Yes.
stories. I would read.
So
Can
it's like a
understand.
little time travel action. It's maybe like
Yeah.
a daydream, something that happens where it takes you to this, realization. But I'm not quite sure, like, with them being short stories, I do also like the concept of trying to synthesize, like, pull one character through it all,
Mm,
to like tie them all together.
hmm.
So anyway,
I like that.
ideas.
It's a good
I got
idea.
a few ideas in
You're the idea
in
guy.
my
Kevin's the idea man. It's the creative juices behind Ever Ember.
Yeah, I just think about a lot of things,
Yeah,
but try to get my hands dirty in as many ways as possible,
I dig it.
like doing this.
Yeah, well, this is as dirty as it gets. Did
It
we get a
is.
new light? Your camera is like, you're absolutely glowing today.
Oh, thank you. Well, I did a lot of work last night with
Mm,
Austin on kind of balancing out some things. I
hmm.
hope glowing is a good
Yeah,
compliment
no,
and
yeah, it looks great. Yeah, it's like super bright, very clean image. Looks fantastic.
I was a little upset about yesterday, so I was like, I gotta figure this out.
No, yeah, this is it's like I'm talking to a new man.
A whole new man.
I
Nice.
dig it. Yeah.
Well, I do want to do a little throwback to yesterday,
Hmm.
as we were talking about some of our action, trying to figure out, I think, a good little rhythm here. And this tune back in segment,
Hmm.
um, there was two elements. I want you, I want to ask you, we were going down the rabbit hole about being off grid, and you had mentioned,
Yep.
or had begun to mention a cabin,
Yeah.
perhaps. Would you elaborate on that a little?
Yeah. So my biological father owns a lot of land in an area of the province called, actually over the whole province, but specifically in an area called Portapic, which, if you're in Canada, Portapic is famous. In 2020, it was the site of the largest mass shooting in Canada. Um, but unrelated to that, my father owns a lot of land there, and he is a collector of things and people and friendships and memories. He's a bit of a dragon himself. He hoards everything. Um, and so one of his pieces of land that he has, it was set up as a rental area for um, people in RVs. So it's all treed in. I think it's half acre, but it's all treed in. There's like woods in the back with a nice trail that goes up to another piece that he owns. And he was leasing it to people, but he decided last fall. That instead he wanted Angeli and I to have a place in the area where we could go and spend time there. So one of his friends, and this guy is living the dream. I think his name was Wayne. He owns like 150 acres, and it's all up a hill, and it's all like deep woods, except for the hill, which is fully cleared, and he's 100% off grid. So he has solar panels and his own little windmill turbine, um, and he for money, what he does is he makes things out of wood. So he like cuts the trees down, selects the trees in the woods, cuts the trees down, pulls them out to his own mill that he has on his property, mills the lumber, and then he'll design things. He'll do furniture, he'll do buildings. So he designs these cabins and they fit together like Lego blocks. And then you can either use wooden dowels for attaching it or you can use screws to attach it. So he builds this cabin on his property. People come by and look at it. They buy them from him. So my father has bought four at this point, but he bought this latest one that he had built. He then disassembles it, delivers it to your land, and will either assemble it for you or we'll just drop the wood off. My dad said, hey, let's build this together. So he dropped the wood off. So we have all these pieces. We're going to put it together like a puzzle. So far, we have built the floor. So the flooring and the base is down. But we're building it on that little piece that he used to lease out. And we should have it finished this spring. And it's going to be a cabin that Angeli and I can use whenever we want. It'll be our cabin. We're going to build an outdoor shower out of wood pallets and have like a rainwater catching system on the roof, which is all stuff that my dad has at his property there as well. So yeah, it's going to be like our own little mini off-grid location. We're pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
And it was a crazy gift. Like he's very
Yeah.
generous.
That's pretty awesome.
He's like a generous dragon.
It's a giving dragon.
Yeah. Yeah.
He accumulated and now he distributes.
Exactly.
Like the
Yeah.
Robin Hood of dragons.
Yeah. It's sorry, what would you say? It's a what? Oh, the Robin Hood of
Robin
Dragons.
Hood.
Yeah, the Robin
Yeah.
Hood of Dragons. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'll send some pictures from it. I think you had suggested at one point that I like stream the building of it, which maybe we'll do. Internet coverage up there isn't super great. So it might be record it and then upload it afterwards stance. But yeah, pretty excited.
Yeah. Nice. Well, I know there's a number of builders out there in the world that would love to critique your work as you're going.
Mm,
So just be careful. I sometimes get down the rabbit hole. I have some friends in the construction industry, and Instagram starts to recommend things to you
mm-hmm.
based off your friends' likes.
Yep.
Well, I found that one of my friends, she's a project manager, that somehow a lot of her recommendations started coming in.
Nice.
So now I just have an entire sidebar of DMs of funny construction memes.
Nice.
It's like you don't know where the internet's going to take you, but I don't know if there's some flops there, you might be able to come shareable. You know.
Yeah. Do you ever watch Matt Risinger? I think his name is.
Um, no, I don't
He's
think
got
so.
a channel where he does like he reviews new builds and gives tips and stuff. He's really good. I think it's Risinger, Risinger, I think. And there's also another one
Nice.
called the Build Brigade, and that guy is also fantastic. Definitely recommend if
Ooh,
you're into like structures and the building like behind the scenes stuff. Those guys are. I see them on my YouTube shorts and my Facebook clips and stuff. I don't have TikTok because I'm a
nice,
dinosaur, but
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, TikTok is interesting. Uh, it's like a necessary evil. It's
Hmm.
definitely not my perfect version of society.
Hmm.
Um,
I just don't know how it
so
knows because it's the algorithm's like I'm gonna see what you watch and feed you what you watch based off of what you watch, but I can't. I have like I watch everything it feeds because there's no like you know what I mean. There's no like it just auto starts playing like well I've watched part of this. So does it
mhm.
measure how fast I swipe off of it, or is it like no he really liked watching this guy throw this water balloon at his wife and then walk away slowly? Like I don't know. Anyway,
It's tricky, man.
yeah.
And we don't need to go down the conspiracy theory hole, but that was actually part of my show notes that I was taking yesterday. I was like, do we need to touch on conspiracy theories or rumors, perhaps? I
We
was like,
definitely
man,
do.
we really open ourselves up to scrutiny. So we'll go in with no research and speculate everything,
Yeah.
and that's our defense.
I'm a big fan of saying it with the absolute confidence of a mediocre white guy and just knowing that it is truth.
We are a dangerous dynamic duo.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah. Oh, by the way, your Notion board, I can't open it. You sent it to me. I can't open it. So
okay.
I read the Discord notes, but I went to open that and I couldn't get in. And I was just like, oh, he actually doesn't want me to
Interesting.
have access. I get it.
I don't really. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it
was
said,
just kind
it
of
said not found. That's
okay.
an after show thing we can figure out, I guess. You said you were looking into some more, you had more details for me on the mammoths.
Boy, do I.
Oh, give it to me. I was curious. I walked away from this like yesterday. I was like talking to people about Dolly afterwards. Like, yeah, remember Dolly, the clone sheep? Well, they're doing it with mammoths now.
Yeah. Well, get this. So the this blew my mind. Like this was a headline recall off a joke, and then I started going down the rabbit hole. But get this, there's a group of scientists led by a guy from Harvard University,
Mhm.
and they are creating that hybrid elephant mammoth embryo. The whole thing is to like splice woolly mammoth DNA into Asian elephants, and they're going to
Mm.
create a creature with traits similar to an elephant, um, but also more leaning towards a woolly mammoth. And that's the whole like after multi generations, it would become potentially a full one. Um, but there's a couple different like avenues that they might be trying to pursue, which is um, the creation of the embryo or the artificial insemination post creation of the embryo. So it seems like they're going to do multiple versions of this mammoth and then test which one works the best, which is
Very
absolutely
interesting.
freaking insane.
Yeah.
Um, Here's the crazy part though. Um, this is a Dallas based company doing this.
Really? Was
Yes.
there a lot of
So,
mammoths in Texas?
we go big here, and I
Yeah.
think maybe that's where it comes from.
Right, right. That makes sense.
Here's what's I believe this to a degree, but also I'm skeptical. Their whole thing is that this is beyond just the science of reviving an extinct species,
Hmm.
and that it's actually part of a larger ecological strategy to try to combat climate change by
Mm.
reintroducing these mammoths back into the Siberian tundra. Because apparently, like the presence of large herbivores or any sort of herbivores in the tundra, like promotes the growth of this certain grass that then helps keep the permafrost from melting because it reflects the sun. So of course
Really?
it's about global warming, right?
I love that. That's
It's crazy.
I was thinking like you could build a Noah's Ark, you know what I mean? Like we could take embryos of each animal that's currently existing and post ones that don't exist anymore. Like if we could reintroduce extinct species, like the dodo bird, I think they're extinct. Like how many other species that we've lost did we lose the benefits of? Like you mentioned the grass in the tundra. Like what else in the oceans have we lost that, you know what I mean, is it would be better if we brought it back. And then I guess the question is where do you stop? Because and if you could do it with mammoths, can you do it with people? Well, I guess they already
I
do it
think
with
so.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean Kevin Hart's a clone, so there's that.
Is
Are
he?
we're not doing the conspiracies, are we?
Yeah. I'm gonna have to not research that one.
Yeah, don't look that one up. Don't look that one up. MK Ultra, I think, is the
Oh gosh.
yeah. Even just
So
saying that on the stream, that will now start showing up in your feeds.
it will. Damn it, my phone was on facing me. Um, so get this, this mammoth thing though, called Project Colossal, which amazing branding. This
Mhm.
website is so slick. So let me do another attempt at sharing screen here. RAF solo host, no, RAF screen share host, and then go into screen share in
There.
Video Ninja.
No, don't change Video Ninja. Just open up. You
Oh,
should,
just open the
yeah,
main monitor.
yeah, and just make sure main
Yes,
monitor. Oh, so right now your main monitor is looking at OBS. We're almost there.
I
We're
got
so
you.
close. Just change it. You can just change it from your main monitor to your second monitor. Okay, no, this is
We good?
good. Just move your camera, move host cam remote above main monitor in the sources. Just drag it up.
Beautiful.
There we go.
We'll have to figure out the framing later, but
Yeah.
check this out, which is unbelievable to me. Check out this website. I mean, as a purveyor of website purchases and with a team that creates these, like this is a pretty awesome website. But I want to show you absolutely what may be cuter than a score gun.
Oh, really? You got to send me the link for this too. Oh my God. Look at him.
Look at this.
Dude, is that what a baby mammoth looks like?
Speculatively.
That's it. No, definitely. Kevin, that's definitely what a baby mammoth looks like.
Look at that thing, man.
That is so cute. I want one. Now we need to genetically modify them so they don't grow. I want a pygmy
tiny
baby mammoth. That will go great with my house hippo.
Pygmy mammoths, house hippos.
Yeah.
And squorgons.
Squorgons. That's it. This basically writes itself.
Look at this.
That is so cute.
Man. It's so freaking cute. I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
Adorable.
But this website's a ridiculous forever scroll. I didn't make it all the way through.
Right.
But I was doing some other research yesterday
and
also came across. All right, we're going back to the dual cam.
You nailed it. Hold on. Let's celebrate. You nailed that screen share.
Yes. We did it.
I'm happy. I'm so happy.
That's improvement. Progress is in one step forward. This company has raised over $245 million for this research since 2021. So, but the idea started back in 2015, and then it just kind of continued to roll and roll and roll. Man, I'm going to go and try to connect with these folks in Dallas just to shoot the shit with them. Like, this is like a crazy thing for it to be right here in my backyard. And it's in a cool little neighborhood where it's called Deep Ellum. It's kind of the artsy scene, concert venues and tons of bars. But there's a few different offices that are popping up over there. Anyway, it's just like, it's cool to discover that somebody's doing insanely groundbreaking science off of a joke that you mentioned. To then figure out that it's literally like 2 miles away from me.
That's crazy. I'm not going to make the reference that we can raise $245 million to recreate mammoths, but we can't cure homelessness in Canada and the U.S. But we're going to have these mammoths.
Yeah. And the earth won't be melting.
And the earth won't be melting. That's right. That's the big win. That is the big win. You should drop that link in the chat so we can check that out. That is awesome. I can't believe how close it is to you. Like, just sort of like a throwaway, hey, here's this thing, and then, oh wow, they're actually doing this next door. It almost feels set up. Did you set this up? Are you a shareholder at Mammoths R Us?
I'll put $1 in there.
That's all it takes.
Mammoths R Us.
Mammoths R Us.
Start a competing group to try to fight them, to try to beat them to market.
Yeah.
Called Mammoths R Us.
Mammoths R Us. That's right. We have none of the science behind it, none of the funding. We can also
the speculation.
Also make cute images of baby mammoths.
Man,
I dig it.
Amazing.
Well, dude, that's 30 minutes. That's our half hour.
We did it. We've done it.
Yeah.
2 days in a row.
I gotta say, today is a huge leap forward for Kev Kind. That screen share was cash money.
Feels good, man. Feels good. I chose the right overlay.
Yep.
Was able to get it. Next time we'll work on it centered and so you can actually see the whole screen.
Yep. You are now officially a streamer.
Man, feels good.
Quit that job. I want to find out tomorrow what you wanted to be when you grow up. A little sneak peek.
Okay.
Because I know it probably wasn't what you are now. But we'll find out. That's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, gang. Think about what your favorite society is, everybody. Think about that. Is it bees? Is it ants? Is it the Zerg? Is it Borg? All of those are the right answer. Or is it some other answer where people are allowed to do what they want and have free will? Ew.
Ew.
Ew. All right. Well, that's the show, folks. We will be back tomorrow at our regularly scheduled time, which is 10 a.m. Atlantic, 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, and 2 p.m. GMT. That's it.
That's it.
Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Goodbye.